Ladies and gentlemen, we have returned. I know you missed us. We sure missed you. Welcome back to another episode of A Lot's Happened Since Yesterday. My name is Cody Walker.
My name is Ralph Busso, and today our guest is Vinay Kumar, guitar player, songwriter from the band Tragic Bloody Fools. If you have not checked these guys out, you, once again, are missing out on some good quality music. I just listened to some of these tracks recently, and I'm like sold.
Yep.
So
Yep.
let's
And
get
jump on the
into it.
wagon. There, you guys are brand new, right? You just starting.
Yeah.
Hell
yeah,
yes.
Yeah. We are brand new. We call ourselves brand new. We've been kind of writing together and playing together for a year, maybe a year now. But I say we're new because we just did our first show in December. We've just, maybe last month, released our first or our third single, and we're going to put out our first video this Friday, which will be April Fool's Day. So I still think of us as a new band, still growing.
That's so interesting. April Fool's Day. That happens to be a birthday of my new cat. He's going to be turning 1 year old on that day.
Or is he? It is April Fool's Day.
Hey.
Or Tragic Bloody Fool's Day.
But there you go. Bloody Fools. Where did you come up with that name, and what's it all about?
So this was actually recommended to me by a friend, and it's actually a quote from an author. It's gonna slip my mind, but it was a book about basically a critique on the war on drugs, and there was a quote in it ending with, this whole thing is a tragic bloody farce, and he loved that, and he said, why don't you call that? I said, yeah, that's cool, but is that too long? Or when people have a couple of beers, are they gonna fuck it up and say tragic bloody farts? By the way, can I curse?
Yes, you can. You can.
No,
that's absolutely.
We
welcome it.
Yeah, so I just gave it a twist. Tragic Bloody Fools. I thought that's weird. That'll get people's attention, maybe. And yeah, that's it. That's the story.
It's a great name.
It's a really good name.
Yeah.
Okay, so in the background, the image is the image that you see on your website when you go on your website. Is it tragicbloodyfools.com?
Yeah.
Okay. Tragicbloodyfools.com, guys. Remember that and go check it out. I thought this was very cool. Where did you guys come up with this concept?
So yeah, the idea of, we had a couple of ideas floating about how we're gonna promote ourselves. Hey, we're a bunch of middle-aged guys. We can't compete with the 20-year-olds on TikTok. What are we gonna do? So let's create an image. Let's create some sort of visual thing that people can connect with. Kind of like Pink Floyd and Tool are really good at. So this was one of those. One of those concepts was just a bunch of really kind of faceless and kind of spooky and yet dressed in business suits. So there's just something really ironic about it, and thought there's a story there. We'll just make up the story as we go along, but let's start with this. And then the story turned into hey, we're going to call all our let's have a name for our fan base. Let's call it the Foolish Ones. And let's start selling these masks as part of our merch.
Hell yeah.
And let's write up a whole story about, how this band came together, or something. It doesn't matter if it's real or not, just a story that will capture people's attention. So like if you were to go to our website right now, you'll see a page on the website that basically describes how to start a cult. So we wrote this whole, had this essay, like 700 words, like, hey, you want to be one of our fans? Don't just sign up for our mailing list. Get out in the streets and try and hold a debate about our lyrics. Try and evangelize, your point of view being our point of view. And it's partly a joke, but I'll tell you the interesting part about it is we tried to get this published as a press release, and a lot of these websites that distribute press releases didn't want to publish it because they didn't get that it was a joke, and it really thought that we were trying to promote a cult. So already a little controversy. It's working, right?
Yeah.
The whole thing is working.
So we were talking about it before we started. We talked about the AIDS thing.
Yeah.
And you mentioned that you had a little story to tell. concerning that. You had your opinion on it.
Yeah, yeah. Well, yeah, you were asking me, what would you like to talk about? And I said, I don't mind talking about, us as being a bunch of middle-aged guys doing this thing, still trying to do this rock and roll thing. And I feel like, why, if someone were to ask me why are you doing this? This is your hobby. Why aren't you just out there golfing or relaxing? I'm like, well, for a couple of reasons. First of all, any musician, any artist will tell you, you can't get it out of your blood. It will, it will, you can put it away for a little while, but it will never let you go. And secondly, I kind of feel this is a great time to be doing this because, we're older, we have our families, careers, we have a little bit of money, life is settled, we got money to spend, buy actual gear, buy good gear, buy nice cars that we can haul our gear around. And we actually have some life experiences that we can sing about, that we can talk about, we can, tell stories that I think are worth hearing. So I think for a lot of reasons, it's great. And plus, now, we have the same technology available to us that the biggest bands do. It's kind of a no-brainer, right, to be doing it right now.
Yeah.
The stuff is really good, dude. Honestly, I as a vocalist and a lyricist, I also play instruments as well, but I really dig what you guys are doing instrumentally a lot. But I also dig the lyric content, man. It's cool, man. You guys are saying something with that stuff, and I just think it's really badass, I think anybody that hasn't checked out Tragic Bloody Fools is missing out, to be honest, because I've been listening to it for this past week, and I'm like, I'm sold, dude.
I appreciate that.
The new single, It's Only a Game.
Yeah.
What's up? What's
the game?
Yeah, what's the game plan behind
what's your game, man?
The thing is, 3 people in this band contributed to the lyrics on this song. So if you ask each one of them, they're going to give you a different answer. So it's kind of nebulous. It's okay that it is a little bit vague. But it's basically about relationships. But for each person that you ask, when they wrote their part of the lyric or they contribute, their piece to the song, they probably had their own thing in mind, whatever relationship issue or difficulty or experience they wanted to get out. But yeah, it's basically about, everything that you might feel, in an intense relationship. You might feel, rejection, or at times doubts, and you might feel betrayal. All those things. It can happen, right?
Oh, yeah. Was that a conscious thing to have everybody kind of write a piece of the song, or is that just how it came together?
No, it's just how it came together. Yeah, it was just kind of that way. And we didn't, and really, even to this day, I don't know exactly what the other guys who I should mention their names at some point, but the other guys that I co-wrote this with, I don't really know who they're thinking about or who they're talking about. I can guess, but I never asked them.
That's actually very fucking cool. I love it when art comes together like that, and then it's like you said, you could, but you don't want to ask. That's not what it's about,
Yeah.
Well, I do have to ask though, out of curiosity, nowadays with the current state of the mind frame, I guess I would say, do you worry about whether or not women will be insulted by this? Because I mean, in most cases, it's a man-driven band. You know what I mean? So it's like you're telling a story about how a woman kind of, in my opinion, the story is about a woman that has taken away from you, she's cheated on you or whatever. She just drives you to the point where you're just insane. You just can't stay in the relationship because she's just making it too too problematic. That's what I got from the song, but I don't know. I don't know what your thoughts are on that.
No, I mean, you have a point, but I don't think there's anything in the lyrics that would imply that it's male or female or who's the, in this case, it's sung by a male person, but if Taylor Swift sang it, it'd be,
Right on.
Yeah, it's very, yeah, because it could mean it's more your significant other rather than she did it, right? Is what you're saying?
Yeah.
I mean, yeah.
It could be anybody. I mean, look, Journey, and when I was growing up anyway, bands like Journey and AC/DC appealed to men and, or at that time, boys and girls, the same, and Van Halen and all those bands, so yeah.
Right on, brother. Well, what do you think about the current situation in our country as far as COVID and the political issues that we have going amongst each other? What are your thoughts? Do you mind talking about that for a second?
Yeah, I mean, I don't mind talking about it. You want to get more specific? That's there's some pretty broad topics there.
Well, I mean, as far as COVID goes, what are your thoughts about that?
As far as how where we're at right now, kind of how kind of what's our state right now.
Where do you stand with it? I mean, do you think that it's something that's very serious, or do you think that it's something that might be slightly overblown?
Yeah, well, I'll tell you, it's a very different experience. It was a very different experience for me living in Orange County while all this happened, and people living in LA. Orange County didn't take it as seriously, or it was perceived that way. But at the same time, we don't live as densely together as people in LA. So, you can understand that they were a lot more strict about it. As far as, do I think it was overblown? I mean, everything's overblown, man. Everything is overblown. Will Smith slapping Chris Rock is friggin' overblown.
Oh my God, dude. Right? No shit, right?
So okay. Do you think that was staged?
No. I don't think it was
putting you on the spot, but I know I'm asking.
Yeah. No, I don't.
You don't? Okay. All right.
No, and it actually, it was weird how, I mean, fuck it. We're going to get into it. We're on YouTube. We need to talk about it at some point, but
sure.
I'm actually shocked about how much it pissed me off. It really did. And mainly because I really follow a lot of comedy. I enjoy stand-up comedy and shit like that. And to see somebody of that caliber just basically bitch slap a dude who was doing his job, my first thought was, oh God, what does this mean for stand-up comedy? The guys in bars are fucked because they're like, I don't give a shit. I'll just knock the fuck out of you. That actually went through my mind. I was like, Will, what the fuck, man?
No, that's a good point, dude. That's a good point. It's not okay. It's not okay to do that. I don't think. I've never liked, what do they call them when they harass you?
Bullies?
No, you know what I mean. When you're
roasters?
doing a stand-up gig.
Oh, were they heckling you?
Oh, heckling. Oh, I see what you're saying. Yes.
Yeah, hecklers, dude. I think that's just, it's just so freaking cheesy and just odd. There's no kind of there's just absolutely nothing to it that is appealing. You're just being an idiot. You're being an asshole. You know what I mean? Honestly. So,
and it just
you have no kind of class if you're doing that.
And I think the whole situation just had way too many fucking layers. Like the dude is at the Oscars. He's on the world fucking stage. You are a #1 public figure, which means you're open to that situation. And you take that comment so personally that you think you're entitled to slap somebody over it. And then they fucking let him stay. Everything about that just went south.
That's why I wondered if it was planned, because you said, Cody, you mentioned that maybe, you know what I mean? It was not, I mentioned that maybe possibly it might be staged. And I know that maybe a lot of people would disagree with me.
Oh, there's a lot of people who think it is. Yeah.
Yeah. It was just a weird situation. And like you were saying, it's that's his job, is to make jokes.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Sure. So for him to come up and come on, man, he knows. He's not stupid.
Yeah.
That's where he started out.
That was, I think that I honestly, and I'm not going to do this whole psychological bullshit, but I'll just say, I don't think that slap was about Chris. I think Chris's joke is what just kind of tipped him over the edge of a lot of shit that's been piling on him.
Sure.
You know, we all flip, and that's what I'm saying. I don't hate
Yeah.
the guy. I'm not calling for cancellation, but it was just like, bro, you know.
Okay,
No,
so
I
that's
mean-
a very interesting thing. You brought up this word cancellation. This is what pissed me off about it, Cody, is like you are an actor and Chris is an actor. You guys you're both artists. You should be defending each other in this environment where everybody's trying to cancel, particularly celebrities, but cancel and censor each other online. You guys are supposed to be defending freedom of speech and expression. And I think that you showed us a line that shouldn't be crossed. You know, maybe that's the only thing that good that came out of it. But
well, and it does also, to me, it showed the hypocrisy of that cancel culture bullshit. He fucking committed assault and battery on national television, and all you did was say, "Go ahead and sit down." You don't escort his ass out of the building,
right?
Like, I'm sorry, I'm not saying, okay, if he won, that's fine, but you don't get to stay here and celebrate and go to after parties, motherfucker. What did you do?
Yeah. Right.
But no,
That's
we'll give him
why
a
I
standing
felt-
ovation. That's just very hypocritical to me.
That's
Yeah.
why I felt like maybe it may have been staged and it was just something to get some publicity. I don't know, man. I mean, I know everything looks good when Jada's looking over at him and she's giving this like, I didn't like that comment look, you know what I mean? But she knows that that's his job as a comedian.
Yeah,
Come on.
sure.
You know what I mean? That's what her husband did for years. He was a comedian.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? He still does stuff like, I mean, he's kind of gone to action more than anything else, but still, and drama.
Yeah.
But the truth is that that's where Will started out.
Yeah.
So for him to go up to Chris and smack him based off of a joke, that's kind of, it's like, that's what we do, man. We joke.
And
We
the joke
bash
wasn't
on
even
each
that
other.
fucking funny. It wasn't like a zinger. It was just kind of a
Yeah.
throwaway joke, you know?
Yeah.
So it just, everything about that just felt so weird. And it, as somebody who, I mean, I'm not that big into it, but as somebody who's kind of in the entertainment industry, we're all musicians. We go out, we perform. It's like, dude, we're dancing chickens on a stage. We're supposed to make people feel good and laugh and go somewhere they're not. And that is your call to do that? Like,
Yeah.
damn, dude.
Yeah, it's a
Get
little
your shit
too
together,
much.
man.
Well, let's talk more about Tragic Bloody Fools. That's the point.
Yeah, tangent
of this
over.
whole-
Veer back into the lane.
All good.
Yes.
All good.
Tragic
talk about
Bloody
anything.
Fools. What are you guys' plans, bro?
Really just keep doing what we're doing. We have about 6 or 7 songs that we have demoed and we have played live. They're actually part of our set list, and we feel comfortable enough now that we're going to go in the studio and record them.
Nice.
And why we waited to do it this way rather than, just kind of like the first 3, we just kind of did it track by track, and we did some of the recording at home, and everybody kind of, we had a producer pull it all together. We want to capture that band feel. We want to get the whole band in the studio now and play these songs after we get really comfortable with them. We played them live, and we want to get in the studio and try and knock them all out at once. So that's coming up. That's something we're just starting on right now that we just completed this video project. And then beyond that, it's just playing shows, getting out in front of people.
I know.
Love that.
Yeah.
Well, okay, so when who started the band? Like, are you guys all core members? Did it start with just a couple of you? Like, how did it come together?
I think the first 2 members were myself and Justin, who was our drummer, and he's one of the blokes from Australia. And
Australia. Holy shit.
Yeah. And coincidentally, now two of our band members are from Australia, and they didn't know each other before meeting in this band. It's very interesting. So
Is it Rowan? Is it Rowan?
Rowan is the other Oz, and he's our bass player. He's also our producer. That's kind of his full-time job, really, is a producer and engineer. And then Jason is our singer. Jason comes from Boston. He's been in Southern California a few years.
Boston. Very
yeah.
cool.
God damn, you guys are
Alright.
like world band, man. That's
We're
awesome.
everywhere, yeah.
That's so cool.
No, but I love the sound, man. I don't know how to describe it, but I was moved by it, man. I actually was. No bullshit. I was
legit.
moved by
I
it.
would label it, and this is how I would label it, honestly: nostalgic progressive. Because
Yeah.
I can't put a finger on it, but I get like this. Yeah, man, I get you.
There-
And then
the-
you
the-
throw little riffs in there. I'm like, oh, that triggered my fucking progressive itch like nobody's business. So you're
the
kind of
sound- the between the guitar playing and the singing. I mean, no offense to the you know, the rhythm section, because they sounded great as well. But between the guitar playing and the singing, the lyrics caught me, man. I actually got a little teary eyed. I'm not
Whoa,
gonna
look
lie.
at
But
Yeah, I
no,
appreciate you
it's
saying that, man.
it's really good stuff, dude. I'm not
Yeah.
even bullshitting you. But so that's just once again, I have to say it. We're not going to bring anybody on this show that we don't believe in, that we don't think is badass. So that's the reason you're on today. We believe in you. We think you're badass. Everybody check out Tragic Bloody Fools. You got to check them out.
they're
man.
fucking cool, dude. I like. Okay, I do have to get into this because I just was looking at the picture of the Foolish Ones design behind you, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Whose idea was the light show on your webpage? Because that shit almost put me under.
So that's a very good friend of mine, and he is a graphic artist, and he did that for us. Yeah.
Who that?
Yeah.
That wow, I was not prepared.
Cool idea. It's great. Yeah, so far we haven't used it yet, though. We had, because we just forget about it once we get on stage. I mean, you guys probably know. So once you're on the stage, you're just kind of in the moment. Whatever plans you had like 10 minutes ago are gone.
Yeah.
That's a good point.
Yeah.
That's a good point. Absolutely. Wow. Well, so your newest single is the It's Only a Game song, right?
Only Game, yeah, that's our latest single, and our video once again is going to be released Friday, April Fool's Day, and yeah, wherever you find us on our homepage or on social media, we'll be blasting it everywhere.
Okay, people, join the Foolish Ones.
Get out there.
There's something there to be said for these guys. They're a class act, in my opinion. I dig the sound, I really do. And it's not every day that a band catches my attention, but these guys totally caught my attention, and I was like, hell yeah, this is good shit. So go check them out.
Thank you, appreciate it, guys. Oh, one more thing.
Yes, sir.
April 16th, Saturday, we're going to be at Molly Malone's in LA. So come on out. And you guys come out too. I'll float you some tickets if you're interested.
Yeah, where
Saturday,
are you going to be at?
April
What's
16th.
it called again?
Molly Malone's.
Marty Malone.
It's in the Fairfax district of Los Angeles. And it's Saturday the 16th.
Saturday the 16th. You heard it here, folks.
Yeah.
We're going to go. We'll be there.
All right,
so it's going to be fun. What time do you guys go on?
We go on right after 10 o'clock, and there's 3 other bands that night, and they're all pretty good.
Love it.
Okay. All right, cool. We'll check it out. Let us know, send us a flyer, and we'll put it up on our social media, and we'll see you there, bro.
All right, man. Appreciate it. Thanks, guys.
It's been good talking to you, brother.
Same here.
Heck yeah.
Good meeting you. Peace.
Vinay, thank you for joining us. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for joining us. You guys are awesome. We love you. If you're in LA, April 16th, Molly Malone's, get your ass over with us and go see Tragic Bloody Fools. You're not gonna freaking regret it. Go support them. April 1st, their new video, It's Only a Game. Until next time, take care of yourself, take care of each other, be good humans. Like all of us here, always fucking forward.
My name is Ralph, my brother Cody, and our special guest, Vinay.
Thanks, guys. Have a good one.
Guys.
Peace.
Peace. We love you.